Kenyans are planning to have demonstrations today. I'm not so sure where they're going to occur, but I think the country is just boiling towards demonstrations because the youths are gearing towards that. Now, as we speak today, I was asking myself, what is this taking Kenyans to the streets? Personally, let me tell you guys what is taking me to the streets. The first thing is this, that William Ruto has completely become ignorant of the Kenyans' rights. One of them through abducting Kenyans. The law is not respected, so we realize that Kenyans are just getting abducted, and eventually they're not presented in the court of law. Instead, they undergo torture, and he's doing this bravely while in church or outside church. That is one thing that I feel strongly that can take me to the streets. Another thing is the cost of living that is not still favorable. When you listen to a government officer speaking, for instance, I was listening to the PS for Treasury, and this gentleman is speaking so nicely, telling us the dollar has come down. Yeah, so I mean the Kenyan shilling value has gone up against the dollar. He also talks of that our economy has grown far much better than many other countries in the world, not just in East Africa but in the world. He's also talking of interest rates are going down in banks, and he was also adding some other things saying that now the economy is at a good position that people can establish businesses. But now, when you go to the common mwananchi, us now, we're just looking at ourselves, scrutinizing what we're undergoing. We realize that everything that these people are saying, it's completely opposite. We don't have money in our pockets. Things are not favorable outside here. That is a reason enough for me to go to the streets. Because I feel strongly that we need better than that. Someone just speaking stories, things working out for them, but not felt kwa ground. Very different. Another thing is the combination of Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, and Raila Amolo Odinga. Kenyans have not been having a problem with unity. We have to accept that we are united as a country. But William Ruto is seeing disunity. He's seeing us having chaos. Probably is daydreaming about 2007. Which disunity is this as William Ruto is seeing? Because as we speak right now, none of us has issue with Kikuyu. None of us is having the issue with Luo. Luos are okay with Kis. We are not fighting. We are just having ideological differences politically, which is okay. But William Ruto is seeing that as disunity. Now, when we call for development projects, better things done by the leaders, he feels that what is needed by Kenyans is the appointment of these positions, giving them various positions and giving them to various friends like Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. That is being disconnected from what the Kenyans want and what the elected leaders want as well. So therefore, it is a reason for me to go to the streets. Another thing, I think those who went to the streets last time, some of us get killed. Some of the group, some of our members got killed. Rex Masai can be one example. We had people like Denzel Omondi. These people are yet to be compensated the way the government said, the way Raila Amolo Odinga was telling us here. Instead, these guys took advantage and took the positions, and they forgot those who really fought for this country. Nevertheless, it was just a duplication of what happened in Mau Mau. Dedan Kimathi fought, Kenyatta got the presidency. I wish we had Dedan Kimathi as the president. This country could have been better. So that is the case where we are having Kenyan leaders getting completely disconnected from the ground. Another thing is the extravagance that we are still seeing in some of these leaders. Still, these leaders, like I was watching the news recently and I realized that the MPs are really spending a lot of money, billions of money going outside the country. And let me ask, why do we have traveling allowance? Where MPs leave their homes, go to the offices and work, make laws, and then go back to the offices. Who told them to come back to the constituencies? They have the NCDDF. How do they use it? Now, assuming now they need to come back to the constitution and they need to travel. Let me talk about now the foreign travels. What do they go to do there? Assuming you leave Kenya, you go to the UK, and then you are paid by the government. What is the role of this gentleman going to the UK if it's not an official duty? An official duty is something like we need to have experts being brought to this country. Certain idea being borrowed and that's being benchmarked over there. But we have not had any idea that has been benchmarked. Now it's brought to the country for us to adopt. Nothing. We are only told that our leaders have gone abroad to do some of things and they have come back, spent people's money. People's money. Another thing is the arrogance I'm seeing some leaders. Oscar Sudi is back again speaking nonsense, telling Kenyans that watoto wetu hapo tumegrow vibaya, tufunze adabu, as if stealing is adabu, as if poor development is adabu, as if corruption ni adabu, as if wastage of public funds ni adabu. How about our leaders to be trained well or maybe raised well, not us as Kenyans? When we keep quiet, they do shit. When we speak, they tell us we are taking a country to the wrong direction. Someone was saying that when we are not doing well, when we question development project, when we question our leaders, they compare us with Sudan, that we are heading there. When you ask about taxation, they compare us to Singapore. They are forgetting that these countries, they have put stringent measures on corruption and its proper management of the public funds. I was listening to Kipchumba Murkomen. He said that they have been to countries and these countries have very strict laws against cyberbullying and cyber crimes. Then I asked myself, did they take time to look at some of these measures they have put on corruption cases? How the money of how the public money is well spent and well monitored? Did they see how that these countries, they don't have abductions? If someone has done something wrong, goes to jail, is arrested legally and then presented to court for charges if there's a crime that was committed. This is the ignorance we are talking about. However, despite that Kenyatta was not so good, he was only good in stealing public land, but at least he took some time to tell us some things that are very important. One, the enemies of Kenya, and that is disease, ignorance, and illiteracy. Now, I'm taking this part of ignorance, where you find that Kenyan leaders have completely become ignorant of what the common man is experiencing. That is a big challenge in this country because they're ignoring completely what is happening. Completely. And that is a big challenge in the sense that if we don't, as a team of youths in this country, take it upon ourselves and fight this regime, take them home in 2027, probably things are going to be worse in this country. So kindly, I'm asking the youths outside there, let's go register as voters. For those who have not received the IDs, please get them from the officers of the chief or even sub-chiefs. And for those who have not applied for IDs, please apply. 2027 is not far. We need to have them and register. As we go to next year, we want IBC to be constituted so that we can be able to go and register as voters. I don't know what you think, what will take you to the streets. Let me see it on the comment section today.